GTO. Let's do the last few cars here. They're giving away the awards. It's going to snow soon. It is freezing cold. We got a GTO judge. They all had cold air injection ram air. This looks like a survivor car with the ram air exhaust manifolds, but I don't think the GTO had the twisted oil filter adapter, because this is a genuine ram air GTO. It says it right there. And unfortunately, all these parts now are coming from China. You never know if you're getting good stuff anymore. The power brake boosters, everything, water pumps, cylinder heads. This one's got what looks like old tower clamps, but they're probably Chinese. Looks like an original hose. Maybe they're original. This GTO is in really good shape. Survivor GTO Judge. I bet you this is a California car. San Bernardino, California. Been there. Bank of America. 3447, and this is a 69, and that Grand Prix the guy bought new was $5,200. This is 7 years later. 4-speed manual transmission, radio push button, headlamp, covers, retractable, deluxe seat belts, front and rear shoulder, rally gauge, cluster, tachometer, console, front disc brakes, soft gray glass. The Judge. $4,200. It was $1,000 more for that Grand Prix with a 425A trophy motor. This has got the optional factory chrome exhaust tips. Those are not an accessory. They may be a reproduction.
Okay, we're going on
Verdero Green Judge from California, and the GTOs and the Le Manses and all the GMs rusted right there, just like my Grand Prix. 4-speed ram air GTO. It's got the correct center cap, lug nuts, no trim rings, and they're 14-inch wheels. Are they the correct, exact, proper ones? Can't tell you exactly. Look at this red 69, also retractable headlights. That was an option. This one's got, what's different here? The grills here are silver, and this one is black. I think this is wrong, but I don't know because I'm not a GTO pro. But there's your Chinese tower clamps. Too bad. There's your Chinese power brake booster. The indentations are too sharp. Should be a smoother indentation. Is this your car?
This one's mine. I saw you looking there. Any information you want on it?
Well, I'm making a video and I'm pretending I'm an expert. Now this looks like a survivor car.
Well, it's been redone, but this paint job is 25 years old.
So it gets the patina. I'm looking at the clamps.
Those are the right clamps, but this, I'm not sure if battery acid caused that or not.
Well, no, the thing could be leaking a bit. But
and
I've got original tower clamps on my Grand Prix that I saved from a junk car 35 years ago. So my tower clamps are...
Oh, they sell those, you know.
Yeah, but here they are. And I'm just commenting on the video that I'm making that these are the Chinese ones, and they twist as you tighten them because the steel's too thin.
Also got them too tight. You can actually bore a hole right through your hose with that. I've done it.
But they twist.
Yeah.
The steel is softer and thinner.
Because he tightened it.
No, I don't think so, because they're always twisted.
Are they?
They're not well made in the booster.
Yeah.
You see those sharp indents?
Yeah.
The GM booster didn't have that. It was smoother.
Yeah.
That's a Chinese. That's a Chinese booster.
Mine was a used one when I did it, but that is an original booster. That's before
that's been cadmium plated.
Yeah, that's before they started reproducing them.
But you see your line there is there's not a sharp edge. Somebody else showed me that. I'm not the expert. I just listened to other people.
That's funny. No, I got to go through it again.
I don't know.
Too many projects.
Hello. I like the patina. It's got a good look to it.
I got a 66 GTO convertible that used to be, I don't know if you ever heard the name Mac McKellar.
Yeah. He was the cam guy.
He's the guy that designed the Pontiac.
Designed the Pontiac motor.
I have his last car.
He is on the cover of Hot Rod magazine back in the late 60s, early 70s.
I have it. It's not in this car, it's in my convertible.
It's in the other one, you got too many.
Well, because the car came from, it was his car.
Really? Mac McKellar, they call it the McKellar cam.
Yes, McKellar number 4, McKellar number 7.
And I'm not a Pontiac expert. I'm a Chevy guy.
My 66 convertible was his car. I even got his hat with the car. I said, if I'm carrying his torch, I want his hat. I pulled it out of his garage in Detroit. It went in the Smoke Signals magazine.
Really? I know smoke signals. I get smoke signals.
Look back.
I don't have the old ones.
Look back. 2011 is when he died.
Really?
Look, around then is when he died, and there'll be a write-up, and it'll show my convertible in the picture. Well, when I got it out of his garage, I actually just snapped a picture. What I didn't realize, it's the exact same picture as he took.
Really?
Many years back.
Many years back.
But anyway, so that was his car. I also have a 66 GTO Post Coupe, the one with the pillar.
Yeah, I know exactly. There was one for sale, a 64 that I wanted to buy, or a 5, with air conditioning and power windows.
My Post Coupe, manual steering, manual brakes, 4-speed posi, vinyl top. That's it.
You know why vinyl tops were put on cars back in the 60s?
Because of the molded seat?
Nope. Jim Wangers in one of the Smoke Signals articles, or no, it was in Hemmings Classic Cars, said it was the most profitable option that they could offer. $10 of material for $150. Now, that's why cars had vinyl tops.
Have you ever met Jim Wangers?
No, but he's been to so many shows.
Jerk.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of money. He's a nice guy.
Well,
people may say it about you and me because we don't shut up.
I've been to some of his seminars. I've been to some of
You know who else is a jerk?
He's arrogant.
Donald Trump.
I will vote for him. I will vote for him.
He's going to bring all the jobs back. Let's get back to the cars because we can beat politics to death. Proper center caps.
Proper center cap.
Proper lug nuts.
Proper lug nuts, and if you look at the other ones, it's a proper JA date coded.
I was looking at that, but I say I don't know the date.
JA was the proper wheel for the disc brake car. This car did originally have disc brakes.
That 69 was the first year for the floating caliper disc brake as opposed to the 4-piston junk ones they use on Corvettes.
So these, I picked those up in Moline 20 years ago and put them on the car. The car did not originally come with power steering. This one did not.
And you added the power steering.
It was on it when I bought it, and I wasn't going to throw it away.
My Grand Prix has a giant pulley here that completely blocks that bolt right there. Now my pulley is 1/8 of an inch from that bolt.
Yeah.
And I was thinking I should take my alternator off and put a couple bearings in it before it seizes on the road like my water pump did a couple of days ago. But you can barely get a wrench on that bolt, forget removing that bolt. I've got to pull my pulley off, my giant pulley.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've seen with that giant pulley, and it looks factory stock, slow turning.
So this car originally did have manual brake, power disc brakes, manual steering.
Manual steering. Because the disc brakes sometimes came power, but not always. I've seen non-power disc brakes.
But manual steering.
And it's a San Bernardino car because look at that frame, unless it's been a restored car. Has this been restored? Has it been restored, this frame?
I sandblasted and painted the frame 25 years ago.
Yeah, so it's got the patina that makes it look like an old original frame.
And that the exhaust manifolds were nice and pretty when I did that too. But
yeah, but you drive it, man. Enjoy it.
I do drive it.
You drive it.
And that's more important than anything.
And what I was mentioning just before you came along was your grill's black here.
The Judge was blacked out.
But why is this one half silver, half black?
Because he
didn't finish the job. It can't be original. It can't be because he's got black on the bottom. And that's where I was when you came along, and I thought, don't tell me he's going to beat me up or tell me I'm a jerk.
No. Hey, I went to a show. There are things on his that are correct that aren't on mine. These are sticking up. Mine are upside down. They are upside down. My tailpipe tips are dumping downwards. That's incorrect.
They're supposed to be horizontal.
There's a few things after the fact that I learned.
So is this correct?
I believe so, but they might be just a little bit too long.
And I remember seeing these like that. And I remember reading in a magazine, there was a guy mentioning if you don't have the 4 little rubber thingy tippies.
Oh, they reproduce them with that.
Don't have the little.
Yeah, they're there, but they reproduce that.
BFD. See, when I saw with the spring ring cables.
Well, no, I had it. Actually, I found my paperwork. I had it since
1964 and 65.
October of '90, I believe.
And this is the Verdero green that everybody. Vordoro.
I will correct you.
Oh, Vordoro. Ugly.
It is.
But it was a popular. Green was popular back in the day with the green interior.
68 Pontiac lineup. 40% of the Pontiacs in 68 were Verdero green.
40%. There must have been a great deal on green paint. Oh, look how nice. You've got that looped up. Usually that squeaks.
This is a California car.
Yeah, but they get dry in California. I've been there.
No, I put oil in things.
Most people don't know to oil up at the top. They might oil the latch.
I do oil the latch.
But you got to oil the button. There's a big spring behind that button.
But I gutted this thing, firewalled the trunk, and did everything.
Oh, you're ambitious. When do you want to do mine?
I keep buying too many. I just bought a 66 Tempest custom 4-door hardtop. I told my wife it's hers. She doesn't believe me yet.
Full tinted glass.
All tinted. Soft rate, all.
Yep. Yep, my mother bought a 71 T37 back in the day, brand new. And just looking at that dash brings back memories of when I was 11 years old with that. She had a black interior, bench seat.
Notice the 2 belt buckles.
For the shoulder belt.
Harnesses, you had the second
Yep,
buckle.
I remember. Now this is a safety release.
I am not sure if it's correct or not.
I've seen that once before.
I had to buy the
Once
seat belts
before.
when I got, after I bought the car, I had
Once
to buy the seat
before.
belts.
Is this a stock? Now they all came with cold air induction ram air. All the judges.
Correct.
So ram air.
They had a Ram Air 3 and a Ram Air 4. If it doesn't list, it'll say Ram Air motor. If it's Ram Air 4, it would be listed.
So this is a ram air.
Just a Ram Air.
Standard 366, and they underrated everything, so
Yes,
you can't
they did.
tell. Everything was highly underrated. This fellow, it's got the 62 Grand Prix. He ordered brand new with a trophy motor. I said, what is that, 400 horsepower? He says, no, it's rated at 340. I said, yeah, right. He says, you're right. I said, I know. I don't know that much about Pontiacs, but I know that it's not 340 horse out of a 421.
Right.
This is a
Oh,
beauty.
that's 63?
62. Black one with the red interior, which is the first one in the aisle.
Yeah.
He ordered. I said, who let you order a car like this? He said, I was drag racing back then, and I was going 200 miles an hour. But sometimes a dealer would talk you out of it, or talk your parents out of letting you buy it. You know how fast this car is? They're hard to adjust. The guys in the back don't know how to adjust the camshaft clearances. I said, who let you do it? He says, I did it. He says, the hardest part was the $5,000 to buy it, because you could buy anything you wanted for $35,000. This was $5,000. I was looking at the sticker on this. I even mentioned it. That this car was 36.
4232.
36 list, plus the options, was 42, and his car was $1,000 more 7 years earlier.
The other third place trophy goes
33 list, 31. $3,100, $1,000 of options. What a beauty. Can you fire this thing up? Can we hear what the ram air, can you fire it up? We hear what the ram air sounds like? The ram air engine?
Make any different sound?
It doesn't have a hotter cam? A McKellar number 4?
No, it's
second place.
just sounds like any other Pontiac, to be honest with you.
Oh, I love this car.
That's not bad.
And those exhaust tips, like you said,
Yeah, I
there's,
got them upside
Other
down.
second place.
you know something, I like it. I noticed them. I said that they were original.
You're noting things. It's also got a sway bar on it that Pontiac didn't put on until mid-70 when they came in with a 455.
And you've got the boxed control arms.
Yeah.
But this one also has its tips pointing down.
Yeah, but it's wrong.
Yeah, I hear you.
After I put them on, I found that.
Yep. I was pretty sure, I didn't pay attention to it, but I was pretty sure that they were angled, and it looked kind of funny to have them sticking up.
Well, they would be flat, so you
Yeah,
have to have a
horizontal.
little bit more curve in the tailpipe to do that.
This is
They're wrong.
This is a beautiful color, beautiful paint job. Ram Air 4 Hurst equipped. Gee, what a good drag race this would be, huh? This is a Ram Air 4, supposedly a hand-assembled motor, I would presume. Look at that shifter ball. Hood
All right,
tack.
I'll let you go. I thought you had some questions.
Thank you. No, you answered whatever questions I would have or should have or could have had.
Okay, take care.
Oh, I love these GTOs. This is a fresh restoration. That guy knows his stuff. He's got the cars and too many projects. Sounds familiar, don't we all? Over here, we've got a 400 Pontiac. I didn't think they put the emblem over here that said 400. That only showed up on the Le Mans. Drum brakes, red lines, improper lug nuts. Yeah, mildly modified. A mildly modified GTO. All of them are 4-speeds. This one's got drum brakes. 68, no headrests. Last year for the non-headrest seats. 4-speed, 5,500 RPM red line. Boy, don't we love our GTOs. All shapes and sizes and colors. I hope Jim Wangers doesn't watch this video. There you go, 62 Grand Prix 425A trophy motor. The front and back carburetor's disconnected. He's gone fast. Off they go. Alrighty. I want to go to the Corvette show that's right over there. If the cars are still there, they may have taken off because of the weather. Didn't rain, luckily, but it's cloudy. Just like they said, GTOs.